Shifting focus now to India's neighborhood, the Bangladesh government is in real trouble now. The United States, under President Donald Trump, has decided to halt all aid to Bangladesh's interim government headed by Muhammad Yunus. You heard that right. In fact, the U.S. government, through its donor agency USAID, has announced the immediate cessation of all work in Bangladesh, including contracts, grants, cooperative agreements, and other procurement instruments. And this follows the decision to halt all foreign aid under Donald Trump's executive order signed on the 20th of January. In a letter, USAID has said that all projects under its Bangladesh operations were to be suspended, citing a recent executive order by President Trump. And now this decision comes as a shock to many, especially given the current economic crisis in Bangladesh. Remember, Bangladesh's economy is facing desperate times, just to put this mildly. Some of its banks are now on life support, in fact. And all of them, even the healthy ones, are unable to provide much credit. With so many banks short on cash, people are unable to get more than a small portion of their money out, even on payday. Ordinary businesses and consumers are basically struggling to survive. Meanwhile, Bangladesh's foreign debt servicing has surged by 49% year on year. For the first time, interest payments have crossed the $1 billion mark. Bangladesh was recently unable to repay a $5 billion import bill for petroleum. This was a country that took pride in repaying loans in time. And look where it stands now. Now, the major problem for Bangladesh would be repaying the loan it has availed from foreign lending agencies and local banks. Of the total borrowing, 20% is foreign debt, while over twice that has been taken from local banks and printing money. These loans will have to be paid in dollars. And that is in short supply in Bangladesh. Suffice to say, in Bangladesh, every dollar counts. And under the current interim government led by Muhammad Yunus, there is no accountability in Bangladesh any longer, it seems. With more development projects being taken up, there are reports of more corruption. And as a result, the cost of development is also rising. Since the turmoil began in August last year, nearly 1 million people have lost their jobs. A number of industrial and commercial establishments have shut down amid acute liquidity crisis. Sure, the garment industry has reopened factories after a brief period of shutdown, but workers saying that the conditions are worse than before. They say that they are not receiving their salaries on time. And then there is mob anarchy, rampant extortions, intimidation, threats to religious minorities, and an overall hostile environment. After all, the USAID program in Bangladesh is the largest in Asia. Apart from $490 million in 2023 for the development sector, the US government had last year promised to send Bangladesh $202 million more in aid. Therefore, the US decision to cut aid is a powerful signal from the US. And the pause in US aid will be reviewed after 90 days, pending a review of efficiencies and consistency with Trump's foreign policy. But as it stands right now, Bangladesh is well on the way of becoming another Pakistan, it seems. As for the Yunus interim government, its future is not looking good. You see, Yunus and Trump have a history of strained ties. Bangladesh's interim government head, the bitterness reportedly began when Yunus allegedly made a huge donation to the Clinton Foundation. In 2016, Yunus reportedly made a donation of 300,000 US dollars. That's approximately 2.5 crore rupees to the Hillary Clinton Foundation. In fact, after Trump defeated Hillary Clinton in the US election, Yunus had said that Trump's victory had shattered him so much he could barely speak or move. He had called Trump's victory a solar eclipse and had described Trump's term as quote-unquote black days. There are also reports that Yunus's close relationship with the Clintons, quote-unquote, helped his daughter Monica secured a prominent role in former President Joe Biden's administration, but Trump has made his displeasure with Yunus very apparent as well. According to The Telegraph, in an incident that reportedly took place 8 years ago, Trump referred to Yunus as the microfinance guy from Dhaka, quote unquote, who has donated to see me lose, quote unquote. Just for context here, Yunus was then heading the Microfinance Institute, Grameen Bank. Before that, are these past instances catching up to Yunus under Trump 2.0 is the question, and we will have to wait and watch for the answer. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.